African wild dog. The African wild dog is one of the most successful hunters on Earth. Yet today, it is also one of Africa's rarest predators. Adult wild dogs typically weigh between 18 and 36 kilograms. They have long legs, large rounded ears, and a distinctive coat made of black, white, brown, and gold patches. No two individuals carry exactly the same pattern. Wild dogs live in packs that usually contain between 6 and 20 animals, though larger groups occasionally occur. Each pack is led by a dominant breeding pair, while the remaining members help raise and protect the pups. The pack functions as a family. Puppies are given priority at feeding sites, and adults regularly return from hunts to feed young animals waiting at the den. What makes the species especially remarkable is its hunting success. The hunt often begins with the pack identifying a target before launching into a coordinated chase across open ground. Their prey includes impala, gazelle, wildebeest calves, and other medium-sized antelope. Some pursuits last several kilometers. As the chase continues, different pack members take turns maintaining pressure on the prey until exhaustion begins to set in. The result is one of the highest hunting success rates recorded among large predators. Communication plays an important role in pack life. Wild dogs use body posture, vocalizations, and even a behavior known as sneezing before group movements, which researchers believe may help the pack make collective decisions. Today, habitat loss, disease, road collisions, and conflict with humans continue to threaten populations across Africa. Fewer than 7,000 individuals remain in the wild. The African wild dog survives through coordination, endurance, and an unusually strong social structure. And among Africa's predators, few animals are as dependent on the pack as the individuals within it. Dhole. The dhole is one of Asia's most effective pack hunters. Yet despite its hunting ability, it remains one of the least known wild canids in the world. Adult dholes typically weigh between 10 and 20 kilograms. They have a lean build, reddish-brown fur, rounded ears, and a bushy tail often tipped with black. At first glance, they appear relatively small, but they rarely hunt alone. Dholes live in packs that commonly contain between 5 and 20 individuals, though larger groups occasionally occur. Within these packs, members cooperate during hunting, territory defense, and pea uprearing. Their range extends across parts of South and Southeast Asia, including India, Nepal, Thailand, and Indonesia. They occupy forests, grasslands, and mountainous regions, adapting to a wide variety of environments. What makes the species especially remarkable is its hunting ability. A hunt often begins with the pack locating a target before launching into a coordinated chase. Their prey includes deer, wild pigs, goats, and other medium-sized mammals. Some targets outweigh an individual dhole many times over. As the pursuit continues, pack members work together to maintain pressure until the prey begins to tire. Communication is highly important within the group. Dholes use whistles, squeaks, yelps, and other vocalizations to stay in contact while moving through dense vegetation. Among wild canids, this whistling behavior is particularly unusual. Pups are raised communally, with multiple adults helping provide food and protection. Today, habitat loss, declining prey populations, disease, and conflict with humans continue to reduce dhole numbers across much of their range. Fewer than 2,500 mature individuals are thought to remain in the wild. The dhole is not one of Asia's most famous predators. But deep within the continent's forests, it remains a highly skilled hunter, and its greatest advantage has always been the pack. Dingo. The dingo is Australia's largest terrestrial predator, and for thousands of years, it has occupied a unique place in the continent's ecosystems. Adult dingoes typically weigh between 13 and 20 kilograms. They have a lean athletic build, erect ears, narrow muzzles, and a thick coat that is usually sandy yellow, though darker and lighter. Individuals also occur. Built for endurance, dingoes can travel long distances in search of food and territory. They occupy a wide range of habitats across Australia: deserts, grasslands, woodlands, mountain regions, and coastal environments. Few predators on the continent are as adaptable. Their diet is equally varied. Dingoes hunt rabbits, rodents, birds, reptiles, and larger prey such as kangaroos and wallabies. In some areas, they also scavenge when opportunities arise. This flexibility allows them to survive in environments where food availability changes throughout the year. Dingoes live alone, in pairs, or in small family groups depending on habitat and prey abundance. A breeding pair typically forms the center of the group, while offspring may remain with their parents for extended periods. Communication plays an important role in their social lives. Unlike many domestic dogs, dingoes rarely bark. Instead, they rely heavily on howls, growls, and body language to communicate with one another and defend territory. What makes the species especially important is its ecological role. As Australia's top land predator, dingoes help regulate populations of smaller animals and influence entire ecosystems through their presence. Researchers have found that areas with stable dingo populations often experience different patterns of prey and predator activity than areas where dingoes are absent. Today, habitat changes, persecution, and hybridization with domestic dogs continue to affect populations across parts of Australia. Maintaining genetically pure dingoes has become an increasing challenge in some regions. The dingo is neither fully wild nor fully domestic. It exists somewhere between the two. And across Australia's vast landscapes, few animals have had a greater influence on the environment around them. Coyote. The coyote is one of the most adaptable predators in North America. Few mammals have expanded their range as successfully. Adult coyotes typically weigh between 7 and 20 kilograms. They have long legs, pointed ears, narrow muzzles, and a thick coat that varies from gray and brown to reddish tones, depending on the region. Today they occupy deserts, grasslands, forests, mountains, farmland, and even major cities. Their range stretches from Alaska to Central America, making them one of the most widespread carnivores in the Western Hemisphere. What makes the species especially successful is its flexibility. Coyotes eat almost anything available. Their diet includes rabbits, rodents, birds, reptiles, insects, fruit, and carrion. This ability to exploit a wide variety of food sources allows them to survive in environments where many animals struggle. Coyotes hunt alone, in pairs, or in family groups depending on the situation. Small prey is often captured by individual animals, while larger targets may involve several family members working together. Communication plays an important role in their lives. Howls, barks, yips, and growls. These vocalizations help maintain territory, locate family members, and warn rivals to stay away. Their nighttime calls are among the most recognizable sounds in North American wildlife. Breeding pairs typically raise pups together, and young coyotes may remain with their parents for months before leaving to establish territories of their own. The species has adapted remarkably well to human expansion. In some regions, coyotes now live within major cities, while remaining largely unseen. Today, populations remain stable across much of their range. The coyote is not the largest predator in North America, but few animals have adapted so successfully to a changing world. Maned wolf. The maned wolf is the tallest wild canid in South America, yet despite its name, it is not a true wolf. Adult maned wolves typically weigh between 20 and 30 kilograms. They have long black legs, large ears, a reddish-orange coat, and a distinctive mane of dark fur running along the neck and shoulders. At first glance, their appearance seems unusual, almost fox-like, almost wolf-like, yet neither comparison is entirely accurate. The species occupies grasslands, scrublands, and open woodlands across parts of Brazil, Bolivia, Paraguay, Argentina, and Peru. Its unusually long legs are one of its most distinctive adaptations. They allow the animal to move efficiently through tall grasses while spotting prey above the vegetation. Unlike many canids, maned wolves spend much of their lives alone, Adults typically maintain large territories and meet mainly during the breeding season. What makes the species especially interesting is its diet. The maned wolf is an omnivore. It hunts small mammals, birds, reptiles, and insects, but plant material can make up a large portion of its food intake. One fruit, known as the wolf apple, is consumed so frequently that it has become closely associated with the species. This varied diet allows the maned wolf to exploit a wide range of food sources throughout the year. Communication relies heavily on scent marking and vocalizations. One of the most recognizable sounds is a deep call known as a roar bark. Despite the name, it is neither a true roar nor a bark. The sound can travel long distances across open habitat, helping individuals communicate without direct contact. Today, habitat loss, road collisions, and conflicts with humans continue to threaten populations across parts of their range. Although still widespread, the species has declined in several regions. Bush dog. The bush dog is one of the rarest and least known wild canids in the Americas, and despite its small size, it is a highly capable predator. Adult bush dogs typically weigh between 5 and 8 kilograms. They have short legs, a compact body, small rounded ears, and a reddish-brown coat that often becomes darker toward the tail. At first glance, they look very different from most wild dogs. Their body is low to the ground, almost otter-like in appearance. The species inhabits forests, wetlands, and grasslands across parts of Central and South America, including Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, Colombia, and Paraguay. Because they are secretive and difficult to observe, much of their behavior remained poorly understood for decades. What makes the bush dog especially unusual is its lifestyle. Unlike many small canids, bush dogs are highly social. They often live in family groups containing several individuals and cooperate during hunting and territory defense. Their prey includes rodents, armadillos, birds, and larger animals, such as agoutis and capybara. Some of these prey species outweigh an individual bush dog several times over. Successful hunts often depend on teamwork. Bush dogs are also excellent swimmers. They regularly cross rivers, move through flooded habitats, and hunt near water. Their partially webbed feet help them navigate these environments more efficiently than many other canids. Communication relies on scent, marking, vocalizations, and body posture. Family groups remain closely coordinated while moving through dense vegetation. Today, habitat loss and fragmentation continue to threaten populations across parts of their range. Because bush dogs naturally occur at low densities and are rarely seen, estimating population numbers remains difficult. The bush dog is not one of the largest canids, nor one of the most famous. But hidden within the forests of South America is a predator perfectly adapted to life in dense cover. And among wild dogs, few species remain as mysterious.